Welcome back to the Right Read Podcast. I am your host, DeAndre Williams, and to my left,
I'm Usad. You can find me on Twitter at UsadNBA.
I am Will. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Bias Houston.
I'm Isaiah, and you can find me on Twitter at GG Supremacy.
And you can find him
Oh,
on
yeah, I didn't
Twitter
even shout my
at
Twitter out.
Willems, WILLL.
I've been told I was the fake Will, so it's like, I gotta not say Will anymore. Leave me at suggestions down below. I guess
Yeah.
I'll cave in. And
But today we are doing the second part of the Eastern Conference.
The Eastern Conference?
Eastern Conference.
yeah, okay.
And we're going to be doing
direct the hate that way, man.
8 through 15.
Yes. No,
No.
we did.
No, it's 8 through 15.
Yeah, 8 through 15.
We stopped at 7 last time.
Yeah.
No, we did top 8 of these.
No,
Yeah,
it
we did
was
top
so.
8.
So the thing
We
with
did
that
Miami.
is the Miami ended up getting the 8 seed,
Yeah.
even though they had the 10th
Oh,
best
We're doing
record.
that's what's
15,
confusing.
So the
Yeah,
Hawks
so-
had the 8 seed, but they
Yes.
missed the
They
playoffs.
missed the planet. So we're starting with the Hawks today.
Yes.
And I guess we can just get right into it.
Very,
Hawks-
very busy offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great offseason, actually.
40 to 42 last year, which is pretty mid, but good for the 8th seed in the East, which is hilarious because in the West it was 48 wins.
They might spit on you.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah. Notable additions: they drafted Asanul at 23rd. As we talked about, they acquired that lottery pick from the Pelicans.
Yes.
Which is I think going to be a very good lottery pick.
Run that
I
one
don't
back.
think you got to think.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
So they traded the 13th overall pick, which ended up being Derek Queen for the Pelicans, and in return got the 23rd pick, which ended up being Asanuel, who I think that they would have been happy taking at 13.
They
Exactly.
were. No,
They would.
Like,
No, I want to say that was confirmed that they were considering taking that out.
Like they would have took him at 13, and they also acquired a unprotected first round pick that could be the best swap of either the Pelicans
I ain't gonna every
or the
time I
Milwaukee
think about
Bucks.
this,
So,
it just like it gets
Yeah.
worse and worse.
It's really good.
It's like, bro, why couldn't this happen to us, bro?
We got the Suns pick.
we got the Nets pick.
Yeah, and
I mean,
Yeah,
but it's more so
we got
like,
Reed
dude,
Shepherd.
this is such a highway
Yeah,
robbery,
I was
bro.
saying, we
Like,
got lucky that a pick jumped to top 3 and drafted.
Yeah.
like, good God, man.
So we
We could be the Pistons.
yeah. I was gonna say we
yeah, we could.
we're being greedy, bro. Like we had our pick
Hey.
jump. We had our pick jump like 4 years in a row.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
he's the
Hey,
core
man, I
11
need
guy.
more
Exactly.
on me.
Oh.
Okay, hey, was I not cooking?
4-11.
Was I not cooking?
No, we shipped half of them out.
We just traded like yeah.
I mean, well, we got more picks. The other picks getting drafted, bro. We still gonna have a core 11
anyways,
trust.
they made a really good draft night trade. Got Asanul. They traded for Porzingis.
yes.
Sneaky good
Who hopefully is cured. They signed Nikhil Alexander Walker. Former Rocket legend in Fale Dante.
Yes.
Foley, man.
Luke Kennard from the Grizzlies.
Which I think
Yeah,
is
sneaky
I
underrated
think
pickup.
Kennard is sneaky good.
Yes,
Yeah,
pickup.
really good pickup.
Yes.
They
Especially in
lost
the regular season.
Capella. He's on the Rockets
Did
now.
you say Alexander Walker?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
said
know.
okay.
Yeah, Nikhil Alexander Walker. They lost Karis LeVert, also weirdly a Rockets legend. It's like an infamous legend.
Yeah.
We were told we like screwed up our rebuild forever because we didn't get him.
You know.
Then Larry Nance Jr., who's famous for dunking on LeBron one time.
Also,
And then-
got
That didn't
rid of a lot of
happen.
guys traded
Yeah.
Georges Niang away. Who your favorite UPS driver?
They
Terrence Mann.
Got off that nasty contract, man.
Yeah.
Boy, that's
Terrence
Co-
Mann also
Kobe
traded away, and
Buffkin.
Kobe Buffkin.
Shout out at
Yeah.
RH Holt on
Yes,
Twitter.
yes, shout out.
His draft crush,
Yes.
Kobe Buffkin, man.
Who was one of their first round picks, and it
What's
just
his
kind
name?
of didn't
2023.
work out.
Yeah.
23, yeah, just didn't work out.
Yeah,
for
they have a
him.
logjam at that position group,
yeah.
so
Yeah, ended up he's in Brooklyn now, which I mean,
yeah,
We'll
we'll
get
talk
to the
about them later.
Brooklyn
Yeah.
I think Atlanta killed the offseason.
Oh, murdered it.
I think that they have. We talked about it before, but I think they've done two things in one fell swoop. They have given Trae Young the best chance I think he's had of a team around him that can insulate him, but also be good with him off the floor, which is something I don't think that they've been able to do. Like
Yeah.
they
At
will
all.
be able to throw lineups out of him, Dyson, Reese Shea, Jalen Johnson, Porzingis. Like they can throw a legitimate, nice
Yeah, you can
starting
go full
five
wing
out.
team.
I don't love Onyeka Okongwu. Shout out my USC Trojans, but he hadn't been the best. But if he's your backup center, I think that's good value. Backup center.
I think the 1-2
yeah.
punch of him and Porzingis is gonna
Yeah, I
be
think they can
good.
do some
Yeah.
interesting double big stuff
Mhm.
there.
I think the more important thing though is, and no diss to Trae Young, but they kind of trait proofed their future now.
Yeah.
They
Their
did.
future is no longer dependent on Trae Young because I'm gonna call my shot now. They're going to have a shot at one of Darren Peterson,
They're gonna have a
AJ
top 5
Devonta,
pick
or
walking
Cameron
next year,
Boozer
bro.
From the Pelicans.
Like,
from the
And at
Pelicans.
worst, it's going to be a guy for my draft nerds out there, a guy like Mikael Brown or Jaden Quinn. It's another guy who, if you know the draft, that these are like man, in other drafts he'd go top 4, top 5,
Yeah.
but it
So
just so
the
happens this year,
next year's draft is
yeah,
kind of stacked at the
it's
top.
just that top 3. It looks like God's chosen people are on the top 3. Shout out my GCP brethren as well. So you've gotten, I think, an excellent offseason out the way. You have both
Yeah.
trade proofed your future, but also given Trae Young everything he needs to kind of prove to you, I don't need to trade proof my future. So shout out to the Hawks. They did
Yeah, 'cause
a
we don't got to
job.
Told it, man. That Pelicans team, that's gonna be a bottom. I mean,
Yeah.
comfortably bottom 3 team in the league. So I mean, at worst, that pick is 7.
Skinny Zion, maybe.
At worst, that pick is 7. So
But
I mean,
I refer to this team, I think, mentally in my head as like the Trae Young prove it year. This is
yeah, for
if
sure.
you were building a team from scratch, damn near perfectly to complement Trae Young, this is kind of what you would do.
It looks a little bit
You-
like it.
Yeah, it looks like at least archetypical.
Yeah, I think the only thing
Archetype-wise.
they're missing is like a shot creating
Words
star
and
wing.
vibe,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
other than that, like
'Cause
this is what you want. You want a bunch of large
You
guys.
want a bunch of
around them.
wings. You want 2 different kinds of centers that can both catch lobs. It's just
Shit, and can play together.
yeah, like
Yeah.
and can play together at times. Like a lot of size surrounding a guy as small as Trae Young, which I think is really
in
important.
theory, a great transition team as
Yeah.
well.
Really
Yeah.
good transition team to capitalize off that kind
Yeah,
of
they,
stuff.
they have so much lineup versatility because
Yeah,
you can
which is huge when
you
you
can go large, you can go like super duper large. You can have lineups where you're running like a Risha at the 2. They can go small as well and just put out all the wings.
I would say
Yeah,
the Alexander Walker signing, I think, is really underrated as a
Yeah.
guy who I think can share the court
Yeah.
next to Trae Young. I think for me, the biggest thing with the Hawks is can they stay healthy?
Yeah.
Jalen
Yeah.
Johnson
Yeah,
has
that's
not been the
that's the big
healthiest. Porzingis has not been the healthiest. I can't remember. Has Dyson had some health
Yeah, I think he's relatively healthy last year though. But
Okay.
yeah, overall, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he was on the Pelicans. And
Jalen Johnson's a really good young guy.
he's
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
He was going
he was
going
gonna
to be an all-star.
he was gonna make an all-star
Hey,
team. He just
He
got
was
hurt.
averaging,
Yeah.
I want to say before the injury, like what? Let me go up. 19, 10, and 5.
Yeah.
How many games did he play last year?
He played 36.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
you got
Like,
How many did
hurt.
Porzingis play? Look it up for me in
Ooh,
a second.
Porzingis. Man, I want to say he played like 40.
so how many did he play, or
I
how
mean,
many was he on
yeah.
the court for? Because I think those
Yeah.
are 2 different questions.
But I was gonna say, bottom line. I mean, when Dre pulls it up, we can look at it. But all I was gonna say is with the Hawks, it depends on can they stay healthy.
42.
42. Okay.
Ooh,
So yeah,
yeah.
kind of nasty as well. Can they stay healthy? Can they play? And then because the Eastern Conference is kind of we talked about this on the was it
The Western
free? Yeah,
Conference.
no. The very first one,
Yeah.
the free agency recap, right?
Yeah.
They kind of won free agency. I think they were one of the.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
next
so.
to the
think us
Rockets
and them, yeah.
and Denver. I think
And
it's
Denver,
I
yeah.
think it's Atlanta. I
Yeah.
think Atlanta had a
Maybe the Magic also.
yeah. I think they had a really good offseason. And they're taking advantage of a Eastern Conference that won't feature Jason Tatum and the Celtics. Well, maybe they'll. Tatum's
about to
look like
say,
he might
he's
bounce
kinda like
back. So who
sophomore
knows?
coming back.
Every time I think of the Celtics, I have to remind myself they're starting Luca Garza at
Yeah.
center.
They're kind of designed to be.
Well, no,
bad.
Neem's key. That doesn't
Sorry,
make it any
Neem
better.
is Quita,
It doesn't
yeah.
make it any better.
But okay, but bottom line is they may not be there. The Pacers, they'll be solid, right? Because
Yeah.
they still have a good team, but they're not going to be the same team they
Yeah.
were last year. Without it, the Bucks were a team that people kind of have to watch
a
out
top
for.
3 seed in the East is up for this.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
not even
Yeah,
top
it's
three. bro.
available.
I think that with the way this team is set up and with how uncertain Trae Young and his future is for them, I think it has to be conference finals or bust. I think if with
Yeah.
the team that you've assembled, if you cannot get to the conference finals, I think it's time to look at Trae
Especially
Young
in
and
probably
say,
the most
pick
open
somewhere
East
else,
you'll see.
and we're going to send you there.
That's very fair. One thing I do want to mention is this is coming from like a Rockets perspective. We've been having conversations about this Tari Eason contract extension. Maybe, hopefully, at the time of this releasing, he's already signed.
Man.
God.
But anyway, it got me down a rabbit hole of going, all right, who else are restricted free agents?
Dyson,
Dyson Daniels
Guys, Nance is going to be
is going into restricted free agency.
he's a really good basketball player.
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Contract
Really
to
good.
Dyson.
He's going to
And
make a lot.
I think
of money.
that is like a little interesting wrench kind of thrown in here because we talk about teams like the Brooklyn Nets maybe wanting to throw
I
a
would
bag at
throw a
somebody,
bag if I was
right?
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, if you
Dyson
look at that
Daniels
free
hit
agency class
RFA.
too, he might actually be the best player.
If he
Yeah.
has another like first team on defense year, if the offense continues to steadily improve, he gonna walk in and like 30 might be a low ball. Genuinely.
I would be
That could be
looking
a
at the
low ball.
OG range if I was Dyson.
Yeah, that's what
Honestly.
if I'm an agent, that's what I'd ask for.
Yeah, because
sure.
OG's making 40.
Man, this is a really good team, man.
I would be asking around that.
It's a good.
They got
I
a
mean,
lot of depth.
Luke Kennard can shoot. Like they have a lot of guys. I'm telling you,
Yeah, he's like their what, 8th or 9th? man?
Yeah, he may not even be in the main rotation. To be
Yeah, I don't
completely honest with
think he's gonna be in the rotation in
He
the
may not.
playoffs. I think that's a regular season acquisition.
Okay, ranges.
I'm gonna go 3 to 5.
I'm gonna go 2 to 5.
I'm high on them. And well,
They're not better than the Knicks and Cavs.
yeah, that's why I push.
I mean, in
You
a
know what?
regular
That's very
season,
fair.
Nah, in the
Yeah.
regular season, the Knicks and Cavs.
You know,
So-
no, very fair. I'll go 3 to 5.
Yeah, I think
I'll say in the regular season, I don't think that they would supplant the Cavs as the one.
No,
seed.
I think Cavs are.
I mean, because you gotta factor in Porzingis is gonna miss some games.
But what I
Yeah.
will say is the one time Trae Young did get a fully healthy team, that team was on a pretty much 50-win pace, and that was in his third season.
Can I ask, are you banking on good 3-point variance, Trae Young? Because that's also kind of the name.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
still a pretty solid floor raiser, regardless of the 3-point.
He is, but
shooting.
like if you look at the stats, it's the funniest trend in basketball. 1 year he's 34, 1 year he's 38, 1 year he's 34.
I mean, he just had 34 last year, so
34 last year.
Are
All
you
right,
banking on
we're-
being the 38 year?
We're in year.
So-
We're
Yeah.
in line for 38.
I mean, I think that range is like 2 to 4 or 2 to 5. I'll say 2 to 5.
Okay, so we're all around like this is going to be a
I think this should
clear
be a top seed.
playoff.
They should
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
a conference finals.
they
If they get
should.
lucky, finals team.
They
Alright.
should have home court advantage in the first round.
Yep.
Lord,
I
please,
think
man,
it
how
is.
good.
Yeah.
I'll say, as a
That's
Trae Young
right.
fan, I want this bounce back. So I hope so.
All right, next team here.
The Chicago
Ew.
Bulls, man. Can I take the lead on this one? Because I am
Hey, you got it.
I am weirdly higher on their core than a lot of people.
Core.
Yeah, I know it sounds
Is,
funny to a lot of people, but I'm weirdly higher on their core
Is
than a lot of
Josh
people.
Giddey
Yeah, I'll say, is he
cool?
part of the core?
Technically speaking, yeah.
I'll say they kind of got to. They
Yeah,
paid
kind
him. Didn't he
of.
get 30 M's?
They gave him the
Yeah.
bag. So, but to me, their core is two people. We'll get to that. 39 and 43 last year. And I think the massive addition for me, and he had the worst moment in summer.
Oh, I ain't gonna know.
bro.
He's a bust,
Every
bruh.
time I close my eyes,
He's
I
a
see it.
bust.
I can't like.
He's no. Go watch the rest of those games.
Man,
He
I
was
don't care, bro.
fantastic,
They had
man.
this man doing a mean face while
Noah-
getting poster, bro.
They drafted Noah Asinghe 12th overall. I think Noah Asinghe is going to be fantastic. Genuinely, I
He's
think
got to be LeBron, bro.
I mean,
I've never been more confident,
he's-
guys. On bust.
He's got to
He
make
is-
up for
I
it.
promise you, he is so good. And I think the reason why I love that pick for them is the other guy they have, who I still think is going to be fantastic. Montas Buzelis, I think is going to
That was a
be
good, really good pick.
Yeah.
amazing.
They got him pretty late in that draft for what you thought he
You got
should
him
have
They
went.
got him at 10.
Yeah.
10 or
Yeah.
the first
He
10 or
shouldn't have
11.
fell that far.
But I think those two, they're both 6 foot
Man,
11.
shame on the
wings that
Hornets,
can put
man.
the
I ain't
ball
gonna
on the
lie,
floor.
bro.
I think that they.
We're gonna get to that, bro.
No,
My
Saloon.
God. But oh my God. Whoa.
Hey, we'll get
No,
to
my
that.
We'll
bad,
get
my
to
bad.
that.
We're
We'll
gonna
get
get
to
to
that.
that, bro. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
I'm optimistically. I'm not high on them this year. I think Kobe White has to get traded. I think at some point you
Yeah,
got to
I
milk
agree.
the value you can for him.
Yeah,
Kobe White has to get traded.
absolutely.
I get you paid Josh Giddey. However you feel
I mean, it
about.
makes him tradable.
It's a
Yeah.
pretty.
It's a pretty
fair
yeah, it's a
contract,
pretty
honestly.
I think fair value contract.
Yeah.
He's also like he's a PRA farmer, but he's also
Yeah.
somewhat productive to.
But he's a weirdly
regular
He had a
good
win.
floor
He had a
raiser.
really
Yeah.
good. He had a really good end of the season.
Yeah, like they
really
were
good.
insane. Which the March basketball fans of the world are telling you that it was fake. But
No, you don't think he can
uh,
shoot 45% from three?
yeah, so I think he's still one of those guys that's gonna like buy you some regular season wins. So
Yeah,
they're
it'll be
gonna
annoyingly good.
Yeah.
We have it written down. So today for this picking 12th to 14th every year, which is kind of the purgatory they've set themselves in. I think that with the way the lottery works, man, there's got to be a way that they just. It's no way you pulled the picture, bro.
Oh, bro.
You're not a good person.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
He is going to be.
We gotta add that
man.
picture in the pod when we edit, bro. We have to.
He's going to be so.
We
good,
have
bro.
to.
Shout out, my guy Noah.
No,
Like
but-
Noah, I believe in you, gang.
I ain't gonna lie,
Also,
bro.
I had you like.
There's no way.
I had you like
No.
5 on my draft board, bro. So like, I kind of need you to hoop.
Oh, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That should be the thumbnail whole time,
No,
bro.
nah, bro. Y'all
No,
know my
the
defense like that.
thumbnail. Oh, my
Noah singing,
Oh,
bro. Like,
man.
we gonna bounce back something crazy, bro.
But either way-
Summer League hype. Oh,
Either
like,
way,
yeah.
I think they're gonna be around this next year as well. I think
Yeah, they're-
around 38 to 42 wins.
Watch the
Stop
video,
watching
bro.
it, bro.
Is he watching the
He's
clip?
watching
now?
the clip.
Oh
You're not
my
a good
goodness.
person, bro.
But
You're
yes,
not a good
I
person.
think like Isaiah has written so eloquently here, they're kind of in like a heavenly restriction of they're picking 12 to 14 every year.
They need 1 year of.
They
just,
need
like,
1 year
lottery
to just
luck,
be
man.
like awful.
Yeah.
Just even if you're not awful, like
Jump.
be
yeah.
9th and jump.
Yeah.
I mean, to
just
be fair,
be
that
there, bro.
is what the lottery is kind of set up for, is for these teams that
Yeah.
quote unquote do it the right way and are always in that like
Get
8
up
to
there.
10 range to finally just jump up in one of these years. Like do the Raptors where you jump from 10 to 4.
But that is the range. I remember when
Yeah.
we ended up getting Reed and jumped up. I went back and looked
yes,
at it.
it's 8 to
It's
10.
8 to 10 and not
Yeah.
really like 12 to 14. You kind of want to be in that like 8 to 11.
I don't think they're gonna be
furthest
that
back,
bad.
So,
Yeah.
and
But
they're
yeah.
kind of just stuck in that purgatory of
That's
like
it.
12
Yeah, I
teams.
think they're gonna have one of the smaller ranges. I think of all the teams. Well, I mean, besides like the
Wait.
Thunder and the Cavs,
Yeah,
but other than them, I think they'll have like one of the smallest
and the
ranges.
Jazz.
Real,
Well,
real,
yeah,
real
and the
quick
Pelicans.
questions. Number one, do you think there is any value for Nikola Jokic in the open? Not Nikola Jokic. Lord have
Jokic.
mercy. Vucevic. Is there any
Nah, I don't.
outside?
At this
Do you think
point,
there's any
It's
value?
weird because his numbers always look great, but I
Yeah.
think a lot of people just understand what he is defensively. So,
For a contender, no.
yeah, for a content, I think for one of those, and hopefully they don't do it. You know who he'd have value
you
for?
call the Kings
The
up.
Sacramento
I
Kings.
usually
Yep.
like the Warriors, but
Like I maybe the I remember there were some talks about that
yeah.
last year as well for them
That's
with
not
the
the worst
Warriors.
idea
So
either.
you make phone
Oh,
calls
that
about
would
him and
be
see what you can get.
nasty.
I'm gonna be honest, if a team offers you like a fake first in like
Bruh,
2031,
I'd
take
take
it.
it.
Taking that.
Take it, dude. At this point,
Yeah.
take one of them overly heavily protected first and run to the bank with it. So just free up some cap
I
space,
mean,
get
at
him off
that
the
point, it's
roster.
addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
I was saying, then the last question: have y'all seen Patrick Williams' contract?
Yes,
Which
Oh, he's making what, 16, right? Or is it more than that?
it's a flat 18
Eight,
for the
yeah.
next.
I
So
mean,
including this season, it'll be the next 4 years. He's a player option that last 4 years.
yeah.
Um,
That's
and
not
yeah,
great.
I was gonna say I think that's kind of a bad deal.
But
at
it's
this point
but
in time.
okay, it's not great, but it is 18 mil.
I ain't gonna lie,
So
bro.
it's
He
like
shot
He-
30. He
yeah,
shot
okay.
39% from the field last year,
He's
bro.
kind
No, I'm telling you, it's
Like,
bad. But like, it's bad in the terms of like, it's a
it's so weird.
terrible
He was one of those
hard.
guys. I really believed in Patrick Williams too. That
Yeah.
sucks.
I
Yeah,
think
he was a good player early on too.
he kind of sucks,
always
and then
injury
he has a lot
prone.
of positional overlap with guys who are more
Yeah.
promising on that team.
They're
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
most important prospects now. Who, I mean, they have to prioritize. He's not Scoot Henderson. The hate always
Hey,
wins.
direct
He's
that with
Henderson,
Trailblazers
baby.
The
fans.
hate always wins. But like he's not gonna get prioritized over Noah Senge or Matas Buzelis, nor should he. So
Montas is for sure number one.
yeah,
I don't think
no,
that
no,
that's
no.
close.
Montas Buzelis should, as backwards as this might sound, he should take like 18 shots a
Yeah.
game this year. Let him go out there.
So
And try
that's why you get
stuff.
Kobe White out of there.
Yeah, like get
Somehow.
Kobe White gone. If you can shop Vucevic away, shop him away. I think that's why it was important to get rid of Levine. You got to let Montas Buzelis just try stuff.
Facts.
Go out there and like
Yeah.
figure out what you can and can't do. I think genuinely, if everything clicks, if the jumper works, I think like he's a legit 25 a night guy. I think that's the type of skill he has. A lot of dudes aren't that tall and move that fluidly, man. Like he is a
Yeah.
really, really rare
Especially as a ball
combination of
handler.
Frame is
talents.
really good too.
Yeah.
He does this one like over cradle. He's so talented, dude. Like you don't move. Aesthetic bias is whooping my tail right now, but I think if he puts it together, he's got a real shot,
Yeah.
bro.
We all got them like 9 to 10.
Yeah, I think the range is literally 9
I
to
think
10.
I think they're the play-in team.
Yeah, they are. It used to be the DeRozan Young Invitational. I don't know what it's going to be called this year without
the
DeRozan.
Giddy
There's a probably they missed the plane entirely.
no.
No, when we talk about the other
No,
East
we're
teams,
we're,
I'm
we're
not
we're
saying
good
you'll
here.
see.
Unless they start trading people, no.
No.
I could see a world where the Raptors are better, but
Well, no,
I mean, okay,
even if the Raptors are better, like which we can get to now,
Yeah, we'll get to the Raptors.
Toronto Raptors, who
I've nicknamed this is the super team 6 seed.
yeah, kind of. They finished last season 30-52. I think biggest move they've made in franchise history. Genuinely, when I say this, fired Masai Ujiri.
Wow.
Which is
Yeah,
something
that
I
was
don't
a
think I
really
would.
good-
I never thought in my lifetime I'd utter those words. That Masai Ujiri was fired
That's
by the
difficult.
Toronto Raptors.
So can I give my Masai Ujiri hot take?
That he wasn't as good.
I think he's a gambler that just got extremely lucky.
That's kind of the name of the
He is an
game,
archetype.
though.
No. But I think
Kinda
when
is.
you
He
look
has
at
a
like the
preferred-
process of decision making,
player.
yeah, I mean, he had like he had a type, right? And although
Shout out Nova.
yeah, not
Yo, no, I ain't gonna lie. They didn't even draft. Come on, that's the
yeah,
funny
that's what
part.
I'm saying. They didn't. No, it's because they
Which is
fired
so,
him.
No,
which
no,
is
no.
so crazy.
That's the funniest part about all of this is about the Masai Ujiri thing. For those that don't know, NBA Africa was founded by Masai
Yeah,
Ujiri.
Yeah, which
One
is
of the
great org.
amazing organization.
Amazing org, yeah.
One of the main reasons for founding NBA Africa was to give Kaman Malawak a home. Like his family he has one of the best stories in basketball.
Yeah.
Kaman Malawak was like, he showed up to a camp one year, was like, I'm tall, I want to do this. And obviously, like South Sudan didn't have a ton of in the way of consistent basketball production. NBA
Yeah.
Africa was created. He goes there, ends up at Duke. Amazing story. All of that was funded by the NBA via Masai Ujiri. It was like the worst kept secret in the world that at pick 9, the Raptors were going to take Kamal Malawak because of the connections between the two. And the last FU to Masai Ujiri was ownership coming down and saying, we're firing you tomorrow and we're not taking this guy.
I also wonder, not to go too deep into it, I also wonder how much of the decision to go with CMB over Kaman, because that's what they ended up doing, take Colin Murray Boyles over Kaman at pick 9.
Yeah.
How much of that was also, and why am I trying to, Rich Paul telling the Raptors don't draft him?
I think if
If
they
Masai
knew, I'm
was
gonna say if they knew
there,
Masai was on the way out, then
yeah.
I think I agree with that point.
Because I mean, just being honest, this was before the Suns acquired Mark Williams.
Yeah.
So if I'm Rich Paul, I'm
Which
looking
I
at
don't
like,
think would have
Because
affected
that's
Rich
what it
Paul
was.
that much.
I'll be
no, I don't
I'll,
think it did. But
I'll,
what I'm saying is there was before the Mark Williams trade, it was like if Kaman goes there, he's starting center day
Yeah.
one.
I'll be so honest though. If you look at this team, like with Brendan Ingram, Scotty Barnes, I actually don't think Kaman's that fit.
No,
Oh
no,
no,
that
he
that
would
was
have
the
been a
really
problem.
good fit.
Yeah,
no
Jakob
funny. That
Pertl
would have
is
been
yeah,
really
Jakob
good.
Pertl.
Yeah.
I think Jakob Pertl is 2 years left in his deal. Might be his last year on that deal.
Mhm.
I forgot if he has an
I don't
option or
know.
not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and he's a pretty
it
decent
seemed
asset
like
too.
He
yeah,
is.
Becomes
I
tradable.
it seemed like the ideal thing
keep
was
him.
you draft Kaman, he gets to learn a yacht from Jakob Pertl, which a
Yeah,
lot of stuff Kaman struggles with. Some of the stuff Jakob Pertl excels at it being like a
yeah,
traditional
rebounding,
center, and it seemed
screening.
like that would have been the natural
Same
passing
right.
of the guard between the two.
Mhm.
They
Real
take
game.
CMB.
He Jakob on the contract till 2030.
Oh, they did
Yeah.
re-sign him. That's
Oh,
right.
they
They
extended
did
him.
rescind him. I forgot
But I'm
about
not gonna lie,
that.
if Kaman's better, you just
Yeah.
you start over.
27?
Yeah, he's
27?
making about 14% of the cap in that last year.
I mean,
That's not
Not crazy.
crazy.
14%.
That's for your first.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say for a
I
lot
mean,
of
he's
people
a good
don't.
player. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
like
lie.
Jakob Pertl is
Jakob
one of
He's
the
a
more
good
valuable
player.
Yeah.
role player centers in basketball.
And I was so on that they kept Jacopoto. That was on the notes. They re-signed Jacopoto.
We didn't even look at the notes. What is
Yeah.
on this?
Oh, they got. I didn't even know they got Sandro Mamukashila.
No, from
From the Spurs.
Sandro. Yep.
Yeah, I can't hit it twice. Two
Yeah.
episodes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the most bizarre thing they did was get Brandon Ingram. I just
Yeah, I didn't
I don't
understand
understand it. I don't understand his fit with Scotty Barnes. I don't
Or
understand
RJ
his
Barrett.
fit with RJ Barrett.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand RJ Barrett in the first place. It. Do you know this team is in the first apron?
Yeah, I mean, they're just the
I'll say,
definition of like
have you
vibes,
seen
bro.
Emmanuel
No,
Quigley's
but-
Oh,
contract?
hot take.
Manuel
Worst contract in basketball.
I had Paul
He's up
George.
there.
Respect Paul George.
Yeah.
There's an idea that Paul George could fake me.
Nah,
I think
I'm still-
knowing what you know about Emmanuel Quigley and choosing to give him, I believe he's making $35 million.
I'm
is
real quick.
bad.
Oh my
Did he
God.
get that contract with the Knicks or with the Raptors?
No, he signed his
No,
own Raptors.
He signed with the Raptors.
He signed with
Remember,
the
because the Knicks didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
The Raptors said,
And
"We'll
they
pay him."
said,
They
"We
gave him
will."
$35 million.
Bro, he's
Yeah.
making 5 years, 100.
That's a lot of Knicks rejects on this
Lord
team,
have
I'm
mercy.
realizing.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
He's making 21% of the cap.
Yeah.
Making a lot, bro.
I'm gonna say
And
they have
I
essentially
just-
locked down a core of
That's what I'm
like
saying.
Quickly, Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram. They can move RJ Barrett. We'll see what they do with him. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you don't understand what RJ Barrett means to the city of Toronto and in the country of Canada at that, I don't think the casual Raptor fan is gonna let you trade RJ Barrett. If
Yeah,
I'm being completely
they
honest
won't.
with you. But yeah, that team is just
You need to mention
mediocre.
Scotty Barnes
Yeah.
when you said the bad fits. He's
No, I said I think
Oh.
Brandon Ingram's a bad fit with. I think all these
Yeah,
guys are
I
bad
just-
fits with Scotty.
Well, which I think says more. Never mind.
No, I'm gonna talk about it.
I think that says more about Scotty Barnes than it does about other players. I think when you have a guy who is in and of itself, he's an all-star caliber player. I don't want to dunk on the caliber of player. It's just the type of player that he is.
He's made the All-Star team.
Yeah, he's an all-star caliber player. It's just he's a 6'10" ball handler that can't shoot. And he can't shoot off the dribble. He's not a like advanced, high feel, super duper elite passer. He's a good passer for his size, and he
Yeah.
creates a lot of advantages that way, but like I've never believed you could run an offense through him.
You should.
And that's kind of the selling point the Raptors have made is he's played point guard for them at times. That was kind of the calling
Yeah,
card
he's
for
a point
Scotty
forward.
Barnes is being a point guard. And I'm gonna be honest, if you can't play him at point guard, he kind of is like a 6'10", 6'9",
Jesus
connective
Christ.
wing that can't shoot. And you
Like,
kind of
like a pre-shooting leap Aaron Gordon type of guy.
he's better than Aaron. He's a better
I
I
think
feel like
better
it's
than
closer to
creator
like
Aaron than
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon is, but like it's
offensively
just
like
his,
like
Draymond.
prime.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to
Like,
give Scotty Barnes Draymond.
no, there's just
So-
no.
disrespect.
Honestly, I don't think there's a comp.
I don't like the
Like,
Draymond comp.
I mean,
just think
Arthur
that-
Taylor
Arthur
close
Taylor,
I
what he
think in
would
terms
do
of
Yeah.
is
I think in
kinda-
terms of the ideal role he would play on a good team, I think will be a bit more akin to what Draymond does.
on
No, I mean,
offense, maybe.
Yeah, just offense.
yeah.
Just
But I
offense.
also
I mean,
feel
no,
like
that- that's
kinda
another
knocks-
thing.
that
He
kinda
was-
knocks Scotty's creation a bit.
Yeah, I think he's a better creator, but I think that's another
Yeah,
knock
yeah.
on Scotty Barnes. When he got drafted, he wasn't drafted to be an offensive player. The upside of Scotty Barnes was this is a 6'9", 6'10",
Lockdown.
switchable, do everything lockdown defender. And I think because of the offensive pressure that he's been put on,
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, he's
it's
taking
kind
a
of
step
taken
back.
away from the type of defensive player that he's still shown to be at times when he's able to lock in. But it's hard to tell a guy. I preached this a million times on this podcast already. It's hard to tell a guy, I need you to go get me 20 stops. And then on the other end say, I need you to go score on 20 possessions, whether by you creating or you scoring. It's
Yeah,
no
it's
guy
like-
in NBA history has been able to do that. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't care what player you name. That's not
Yeah.
possible. So I think that was the appeal of bringing in a Brandon Ingram, of making sure Emmanuel Quick is there, RJ Barrett. I just don't think any of them are good enough,
It's
if I'm being honest.
feasible.
So
Yeah.
And
you said the Super
this
Six. I
this
think
is
the
also
Super
what
Nine
team
seed.
that I
Super
feel
nine
like
seed, yeah.
I think it's the team that would also
Turn
be
the six
better
upside down.
suited looking to tank and get a high pick and rebuilding through the draft. And they're gonna be too good to do that because they're not the worst team in the league, but they're also just not good enough to do anything once they get, I guess, to the play-in, maybe playoffs. Like
Yeah.
they're just not that
They
good.
just have a
Yeah.
lot of
So
talent,
that
but
that
it's
was
just
And
talent.
you don't
that
have a lot
isn't-
of picks either.
Yeah, it's
that
just
that was
clicking.
a like little slide quick spiel that I wanted to go on. So I mean, hearing from Raptors fans in spaces, shout out to Raptors fans. It's pretty abundantly clear like the organization as a whole just does not believe in rebuilding. Obviously, there's a strong connection there with their like the TV deal
in their ownership.
and the ownership. Yeah, they don't want to put out a quote unquote bad product, and I think overall that's kind of what led to Ujiri getting fired. Because I mean, you look at these deals with these guys, like I mean, look at the players that they ended up losing. You're talking about Pascal Siakam,
Yep.
OG Anunoby, and Fred
And
VanVleet.
mind you, losing is like they walked.
Yeah, Fred just straight up
Yeah, I was
walked out the
saying, like,
door.
and
bro.
that was really stupid because I
You
think
can't-
everybody in
you
their
can't-
mind knew they should have traded.
You
for
can't let a player, and I mean, Fred has his warts, he has his weaknesses as a
But
player.
He had
walk-
But in
value, bruh.
2023, man,
He
you
had
can't just
va-
let a
he
guy like
was
that
a year
walk.
from his All-Star
Espe-
team,
yeah,
right?
especially if you know he's not, you know, you're not bringing Fred back, right? That was the like everyone knew it wasn't a secret at all,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Fred was gonna leave. The teams Fred was potentially going to, and we knew this in like January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic and the Rockets. You should have been on the phone trying to fetch at least a pick for Fred before he just walked out the door with the Siakam stuff. I mean, they got a decent haul, but I mean, you could have traded Siakam in
A
2023
year,
and
a
got
year or
like
two
the
sooner and got way
the
more.
year
Yeah.
the same year where DeJounte Murray went for
Mikal
4
Bridges?
first round picks.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell went for 5 first round picks. Rudy Gobert went for 5 first round picks. They should have been on the phone with Pascal Siakam, who I'd argue
Is better
was
than
in the
everybody.
same tier of value as those players, and get that same haul
Except for
back.
maybe
God.
D
And
Mitch,
even
but-
the same thing with OG Anunoby. This is a very, very high value role player. We just watched Mikal Bridges get 4 first round picks. And I would argue at the time that OG Anunoby was originally the rumors started circulating around like 23, 24 about him being traded. I'd argue OG Anunoby was worth a 3, 4 first round pick type of haul.
I agree.
at least
And you
2 or
just
3.
held on to all of these guys and pretty much got nothing back.
I mean, that's why he's fired. Honestly.
Yeah, like, and I mean, we talked about it with the Grizzlies. You just like I said, I don't believe in opening the floodgates and then trying to close them again.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
you get rid of someone, you gotta just get rid of everybody. You have to, because this is what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna walk, right? You're gonna end up trading the last guy because you let the last guy walk before that, and now you have no pick haul and nothing to show for it.
Yeah. I think this is the worst first apron team in the league.
That's not a hot
Honestly,
take.
you said the Super Six seed. I think they turned the six upside down.
So you
They're
think 9 seed?
Super 9
What's your
seed.
range? Like
You got
6
the
to
Bucks.
9?
This team kind
No,
of
like
sucks. I'm not gonna
9,
lie,
11,
man.
11?
Yeah,
I think they could fake,
I think they're like 6.
they could fake be a good playoff,
What
but
do you
they're gonna get first round. I'll go. You said
I ain't gonna lie,
Nine?
man.
Yeah,
I don't even
I'll
care.
say
Like
that.
I'll just say 6 to 9, bro. I don't
It
even
doesn't
care to get them a
matter.
range, bro. I'm gonna be real, dude.
Okay.
I think the
I hate mediocre teams, dude.
Yeah, it's a
Lord
definition.
help me.
Like, bro, be bad or be good, man.
Okay,
the-
Kings or the Raptors?
Raptors.
Situation?
Raptors.
No, I still rather have the Raptors situation.
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking about who's gonna be a better team next year.
Raptors are still a better team.
Better?
Raptors.
I think
Yes,
Raptors.
record wise, who has a better record?
Ooh.
Raptors. They're the easier conference.
Yeah,
They
it's in
have-
the East.
They, have-
Yeah, I'll say Raptors.
yeah.
Yeah,
they don't have Zach Levine.
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
The next
Shit, they
team,
got RJ Barrett.
next team I think had a weirdly
I'm not gonna
busy
do it.
off season. Brooklyn Nets went 26-56 last year. 26-56 last year. Had the most first round picks in NBA
NBA
history.
history.
They had
Yeah,
5
5.
first
Yep.
round picks.
And this
They
year
ended up
draft.
drafting
They
all
drafted
5.
a 6th of the first round.
So we
Pick-
can just go through the picks.
Yeah,
So
pick 8, they drafted Yegor Demin out of
so real
BYU.
quick, before we move on, a really funny story about that. We were all in playback.
Oh, God.
When this pick went down, we were all spectating the draft, and we were like, okay, who are they gonna take here? And DeAndre said the
No
words,
bad pick.
"I don't think there's a bad pick here
No, famous last word.
besides Igor Demon." And lo and behold, they took Igor Demon.
I think
and
I didn't say his name, but everyone knew what I was insinuating. Someone I think shout
was
out to
Benny.
Benny. Shout out to
Yeah.
Benny Blue Chip, man. Benny had said, I don't think there's a bad pick here. And I said, oh, there's a bad,
a bad
pick.
pick.
Funny enough,
I mean, he might be great. We don't.
no funny.
26 APG.
I will say I've
Better Ben Simmons.
come around on the idea of Yegor Demin. I don't think he's ever gonna be like an all-star caliber player, but the idea of him, I get why you take him at pick 8. He's a legitimate, like he got measured at 6'8"
Yeah.
barefoot. So he's gonna walk around the court 6'10". He's a 6'10" ball handler. He struggles in some aspects as a point guard, as a functional point guard. Decent shooting form. He didn't shoot well at BYU. That's the least of their problems with how they draft.
When he played against high comp, his numbers were
Bad, and
scary.
bad. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad. He struggled. He looked 18. He looked 18,
He looked
19, and
18,
that's
yeah,
okay if they develop him the right way.
Yeah.
That part of that's on him, and part of them else that is on the team. The issue with how they're going to develop him is how they chose to
Look at the
draft
rest
the
of
rest
their
of this
draft
team.
class.
That's the
yeah.
problem.
Everything I just described to you about Yegor Demin would be
They
what
drafted
a
4 of
guard.
them.
A guard.
They drafted
point
to
guard.
Isaiah's point. If I just
They
swap
drafted 4
Yegor
of them, bro.
Demin for any of the other names of the next 4 guys, it's the exact same scouting report.
Yep.
Nolan Traore, point guard who struggled shooting, struggled against better competition, and struggles with just some basic point guard things, right? They drafted him at 19. Drake Powell is the only non-point guard they drafted. Guess what he struggles with? Shooting against better competition. The next guy,
Back-to-back picks.
Ben Seraph. Lord. Ben Seraph, they drafted at 26, played on Noah Senge's team, and the drop off between Noah Senge's net rating to Ben Seraph's net rating was like, oh, you're just not a good basketball player. What does Ben Seraph also struggle with? Being a ball handler that cannot shoot and struggle with better competition. And then Danny Wolf, to close it all out, went to Michigan via Yale. Danny Wolf was probably
good shooter. The
good
first
shooter.
best shooter.
I was about to say
Say, this
first,
might be their best pick.
probably
Yeah.
funny enough, best value
mean, for
wise,
value,
you could argue.
yeah.
Value-wise,
Value-wise,
probably their best pick. But he's again another guy who's like the 6'11" guard. He's not really a center, so
Yo,
they
let's
kind of
see.
just
What
drafted
does
him.
pick 26 and pick 27 have in common?
Bro, stop.
All right, bro. All right, bro. They both struggled
Culture
against
fit.
good competition.
Yeah.
Clear, not big. Oh my god.
But I feel like we're skipping over the biggest part about all this. They brought in like more veteran NBA players to
They did actually.
set the locker.
Michael
They
Michael
did.
Porter Jr. better.
Besides him. Besides.
But I do think Michael Porter Jr.
Oh god.
Hey, how about Terrence
This
Mann,
might be the
guys?
funniest team of all time. I'll say,
I said this 2
Oh,
episodes
man.
ago. This is the funniest team in the NBA.
I'll say between
Oh.
their
I ain't
draft,
gonna lie. They
Is
snatched
Cam-
the
Cam
Hornets
Thomas-
team, man.
Is Cam Thomas the same one?
Cam Thomas, Michael
Yeah.
Porter Jr. duo leading your team.
Yes, mind
No,
you,
but,
mind you.
like, Cam Thomas is like the sane personality.
I'm going, is he the longest tenured player on the Nets?
He is weirdly. No, it's Nick Claxton.
Oh, I
also
forgot about
doesn't
that.
wanna be
He
there.
doesn't want to be there. either.
Nick Claxton's hilarious. He doesn't want to be
Most
there.
obviously.
Cam Thomas. It's not just Cam Thomas.
Well, he is the most
Cam
obvious Laker.
Betting on myself with
Yes.
the qualifying offer,
Yes.
Thomas.
Wait.
It's
My
Cam.
favorite quote ever. Cam, I'm passing him the ball. They just not making the shot. Thomas. That is something he actually said when they asked him about his assist. He
I
said
hate
like,
Cam Thomas.
I'm passing the ball, but like,
I'm not a
they
Cam
not
Thomas.
making
That's
it.
the thing. Cam Thomas was a black hole before he bet on himself with the
Yeah,
qualifying
And that was
offer.
also before Michael Porter Jr.
Yes.
What
Who-
is
who
MPJ on a
argued-
1 year or is it
This-
2 years?
this-
No, he got 2.
He got 2 years left.
Oh, Lord help
This
us.
is also going to be the first time. No. He has this year and next year.
Yeah, he's
Lord
Yeah.
help us.
So it's gonna be the first.
So they got a
time
contract
MPJ
here. MPJ
contract
bro.
here, MPJ. That's what I'm saying. The collection
team
of
was
talent on
hilarious.
this team, on and off the court, is just bizarre.
Hey, it's interesting.
I'm gonna be so
Very
real with you, man.
interesting.
The only thing I care from the Brooklyn Nets this season, I need a podcast with Michael Porter Jr. and all the rookies. That is all I'm asking for, dude. Is the MPJ Rookies podcast, bro?
MPJ already said they're teaching him things.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say
What
that
we cannot have the conversation.
what
about
they
this.
teaching
No.
Can't.
But on a serious note, like there's this new Netflix series called Starting Five, right? And I know this team isn't going to be good. Please, Netflix, for season 2, follow somebody on this
it'll
team.
be season 3.
Shit, follow
Season
Cam.
3, yes.
Follow
Season
Cam
3.
Thomas on me.
Follow Cam Thomas, follow MPJ. I
No, they can't
need
do
to
that.
know.
I ain't gonna- they gonna
Yeah, I'm
need
thinking
to know.
they're gonna get him.
But yeah, this team's gonna suck.
I was gonna say I think
They gonna be real entertaining though.
I think
No,
Yeah.
super entertaining. And you know the worst
Super
part? Oh, my
fun.
bad.
no, go ahead.
I'll say worst part about this is I think Jordy Fernandez is one of
He's a good
the
coach.
best
He's a good
coaches
coach.
in
He's a really good
basketball.
coach.
He is a genius
They
that is
giving
just
him
been
nothing.
given you worded it correctly. Not a good collection of talent, just a collection of talent. That is what it is, dude. And he has to find a way to make it work. So kudos to him.
Oh, man,
Jordy
what a
Fernandez,
funny
I am
team.
praying for you, dog. I really am.
I mean, so I was gonna say is I don't know how much value MPJ has right now, but I think if I was a Nets, I would be looking to get his value as high as I can so I can get off of him as soon as I can. I think best case scenario for them is he doesn't finish the season as a net. And then yeah, it's I mean you got your draft picks back from the Rockets. Was it? Do we even own this pick? Do we ever own 26?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we
We
did.
did.
Yeah,
We
we
gave it
did.
back.
We
It was
gave
a.
we gave
It was
26
a.
back. We still have
It was
the
So I
outright.
know he had 20. Okay, so bottom line is you got your pick back this year. You don't do that
Oh, you know
unless
what
you're
time it is,
hoping
man.
to be one of the worst teams in the league. They're gonna tank this year, obviously.
Big Nathaniel, man.
So maybe they draft high
I
next
think
season.
they're the
But
team that like there are a lot of teams that would really want, and we talked about the Jazz, the Hawks, and other teams that'll probably end up being in that
they need a
range by
top pick.
virtue of other picks or their own picks. They're the one team I look at and say like they need Cameron Boozer.
I would.
Yeah.
They
It's
need one
it's
of
kind
those
of
guys.
a blank slate. Like if I'm a top pick, kind of
I'm
want
about
to
to
go
say,
to Brooklyn.
in all honesty, like
It is New
Yeah,
York.
it's
I'm
your
gonna say
team.
Yeah,
you could be
you
in the
come in.
you
It's
could
your
be in the
team.
New York market, which I got to go to New York a couple weeks ago for the Liberty game. Barclays Center is beautiful. It's one of the
Very
best
nice.
arenas
Yeah.
out there. The fan base is electric for both Nets, surprisingly,
Yeah, they have
and
a really
Liberty
good
bad.
fan
Like
base.
they have a very good basketball culture up there. You saw it when they were good with Kyrie, KD,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Harden. Those fans, there are Brooklyn Nets fans in New York. It's not
They
just
are.
it's a Knicks town, but they're guys that want you to root for the Nets. Go to Nets games. It's an excellent atmosphere. If you're a young guy, if you are a Cam Boozer, a Darren Peterson, an AJ DeBonson, you get to tell me I get to go to Brooklyn with a team full of just dudes.
And they're just gonna pass
And
you
I'm
the
gonna say
ball.
they're just going like I'm the guy.
They're just gonna pass you the ball. I would love to go
Yeah.
there. You
Yeah.
could kind of be the face of the franchise.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
I have
we
nothing else positive to say.
we
about it.
talked about teams chasing history in the opposite direction. With the Thunder of being a 70+ win team. Is this a team that is going to be one of the worst teams in NBA history?
no, I
No,
don't think they're that bad.
no.
No.
I don't think
I
they're
think
that
they have
bad.
too much like good bad talent. Like MPA is not
Yeah, he's not a
valuable basketball
bad
player.
basketball
He's
player.
gonna have some hot streaks that win you game. Cam
Cam
Thomas, for
Thomas.
better or for worse, is 25 a night. Like they got some of
I mean,
those
I feel
dudes
like
to
those
win.
are two
Nick
players that
Claxton's
are
a
going to
good
get
center.
sent home, though.
I think Nick Claxton's a good center.
I don't
He
think they're.
should.
I
I
don't
think
think
Cam
they're.
Thomas and MPJ are either going to
Oh no,
actually get injured or they're going to get sent home.
Cam Thomas.
Oh no,
Cam
he's
Thomas
not. No,
better
he's
show
gonna
his
play out.
team.
Yeah, he's gonna
So
play. But I think MPJ is probably gonna get sent home at some point. And to your point with Claxton, I think he's getting traded.
Yeah,
he
like I
should.
said, most likely
I'd
it's
be
Lakers.
asking for a trade if I were.
Honestly, I think one of these teams
Most
within the
probably
conference
it's
is probably
Lakers.
Oh,
going to trade for him.
But yeah.
Um,
and then
honestly.
they're just hoping that they get that top draft pick.
Or hoping that like I mean they had as bad as I think their draft night was. I'm alive. All 5 of your
Somebody
first
got to
round
be
picks
good, bro.
fail. Like yeah, one of them.
Somebody got to
work
be
out,
good.
One of them's got to hit. Dude.
Yeah,
So
like we talk about shotgun approach. They took like the
Yeah, they went like
Cheap,
super
but
super
yeah, bro,
Howie.
like
Yeah.
one
Super
of them
duper
has to be
Howie.
good. So you just gotta hope
one of them got to work.
And I mean,
Uh,
the way the rotation is, like for the most part, they kind of have to play them.
Then but opportunity for
Like,
them.
You have to play
They
'em.
kind of have to play those dudes. So
Yeah.
just play them, see which one of them works. I think this next team though is on the.
We give ranges. I mean,
Oh,
bad
oh.
and bad. Probably.
15 to 15.
They may not be the
No,
15.
Cam,
I think
They-
Cam
13 to
Boozer,
15.
I ain't gonna
Mikael
lie,
Brown.
who is out tanking them in the East?
Maybe the-
Oh, in the
Charlotte.
East?
The-
Oh, there's a team.
the
We'll get to
Hornets.
them.
Unhealthy
Are they, I
Charlotte.
ain't gonna lie, are they?
Unhealthy
maybe the
Charlotte.
Wizards?
There's a team in our nation's capital.
Yes.
Best believe.
Wizards.
Oh,
You know what? I ain't gonna lie, that's a good.
They're
They're-
they're anywhere from.
I'll say 14 to
It-
15.
nah,
right?
it's
they're
13
going.
to 15.
They're
13
going.
to 15.
What's the opposite of band for band? They're going
Dime
Penny
for
for
dime,
penny?
penny for penny,
penny. Yeah, they're going debt
coin
for
for coin,
debt for debt.
They
Oh,
going
for
change
debt.
change cup for
Yeah.
change cup.
They're- for
They're going debt for debt with
Hey,
these guys.
somebody queue up the square
Okay,
with the
but
shake in the
next
cup,
team
bro.
here. I think this is the widest range of outcomes in the NBA.
Oh yeah, easily.
Oh,
Philadelphia
yeah, most
76ers.
I don't
definitely.
believe in them.
I do,
There's
man.
yeah. So they drafted VJ Edgecombe,
The
new gen Campbell.
generator, man.
Yeah,
generator.
generator. Third
Don't
overall.
disrespect him like
My
that.
bad. That was-
Shout out,
New
Luke,
J
man.
Camp.
yeah, that might have been too much.
That's not, they don't even play the same.
Yeah, they don't. They re-signed Justin Edwards.
Good
Eric
signing.
Gordon.
Good-
Really
good
good
pick,
signing.
good
Had a
pick.
solid season
Good,
for them
yeah.
last year on
I
went to
like
fantasy
I like
games.
the Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry signings as just like vet guys.
Yeah.
You need him in the locker room.
You need him in the locker room.
Eric
They
Gordon,
lost
man.
Jared Butler, Gershon Yabusele.
That one I think is actually gonna mean.
Yeah, I ain't gonna, and I want to talk about that because
This is
we're gonna
got-
get it. We're talking about qualifying offer guys, man.
We have to talk about
Dude,
that.
What they have done with Quentin Grimes and subsequently
So
made
bizarre.
them lose Gershon Yabusele, man. Morey, what are you doing, man? Like,
It's-
because the thing is, you knew you did not want to re-sign him, right? It was very abundant by the fact that they did not just give him an extension outright, and when they got into free agency, they didn't even look to sign him then. That you did not want to keep him, right? You have a logjam at guard. You believe in Maxey, obviously. They also believe in Jared McCain. You've had a power forward issue in B's entire career. The one time you actually have a power forward, you let him walk. And not only did you let him walk, you let him walk to a conference rival.
Yeah.
He went to the Knicks.
So nasty.
And it's like, dude, so you got this guy on a qualifying offer who you're probably just going to lose for nothing in free agency.
Yeah. Quentin Grimes, I don't understand what they're doing.
Like, I just,
No,
what are you doing?
Quick Quentin Grimes tidbit. It came out today, October 1st, that Daryl Morey actually offered Quentin Grimes $100,000
to waive his
to
injury.
waive
Like,
his no
this is
trade
just
clause
not a, I ain't
That's
gonna
just
lie,
like
it's not a serious individual, bro.
unserious
He's just not, man.
on the nth degree.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, Daryl Morey's he now, bro.
Yeah.
The other thing that because like y'all talking about like kind of like the lower ends of it. Look at the top. Joel Embiid is still not healthy, guys. We are
starting the first year of a 4-year super
training camp starts this week, and he is still not ready to play NBA basketball.
Yeah.
And we said it when we talked about it. Well, I don't think I even ranked him. And the reason why I didn't rank him is, dude, you're already on that wrong side of 30, and your body's on that wrong side of 30. I have no reason to believe that Joel Embiid is going to recover. There's real rumblings. They are hoping he medically retires, so they don't have to pay him anymore. Because that's how bad it is, right? You think it's bad because at Joel Embiid's best, he's still one of the best players in the entire world. Like, he's that good when he's healthy, right? But he's just not. The other problem with that is you just gave Paul George that contract last
God, I
offseason.
forgot about that.
And I would say DeAndre, what you said he was quickly. You think is the worst contract
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
league?
quickly so.
I think Paul George is the worst contract in the league. And I
Another
think
case of
That's
malpractice.
a real argument.
I think that Paul George contract was a bad contract
The
the
moment
moment
it
it
was
was
the
signed.
worst
I
It
think
was
his contract,
The moment it
horrendous.
was signed,
And it's the same thing with Paul George. Even if he plays, because bottom line is he didn't play that much last year either. He's the definition of injury prone. Even when he plays, he's not that good anymore. He's not the Paul George from 2-3 years ago.
I'll say
And he's not getting any younger.
That'll be like my little pushback. He's not an all-star caliber. He's not worth the money he's making. I think the idea of signing him at the time, I think was still stupid to give him that much money. But for a team that was getting desperate to try and do something,
Man,
I
you
get why
didn't
they
want to
did it.
give
I'm
James
about to say,
Harden.
can we stick on that
No,
point?
You
I-
didn't want to give
dude,
James Harden that
100%
money a
agree
year
with that.
ago.
And you gave
Bro,
him 100%.
at this point in time,
Paid him $15 million more than what Harden was
yes,
asking for.
and I was gonna say, bro, because
more years.
So never
Yeah,
be
that
part
was
of any
part of the
organization.
organization he's with.
because I have vested interest in James Harden. I watched the Clippers games that year with him and Paul George's teammates. Bro, come playoff time, dude is supercharged Trevor Ariza. That is who he is right now.
Yeah.
He is supercharged Trevor, and you gave that guy
A
that
max,
much
a full
money, bruh.
max.
And that's like I said, that was with him, last season dealing with those injuries. He's still, once again, not healthy. So I think he's going to be regressing even more. He's rapidly regressing. I don't believe in the Sixers. That's why I said the widest range of outcomes.
I want to go on his podcast.
I don't believe in them.
Podcast feed.
I think they're going to be bad. Or mid to bad. They're not going to be a good team next year.
My range for the Sixers, unironically, is like 4 to 12.
I don't
No,
know.
I wrote it down in my notes earlier. 3 to 13.
Oh no, there is no world within the 13.
No, I think no.
If Embiid's healthy.
If the guy who
it's
is not
the
healthy
least
at any point in
likely
time
world.
is healthy.
It's the least likely world, but if, and it's the biggest if, and I agree with you. I think it's more likely they're closer to 13. They do get to 3. But if Joel Embiid is healthy, he is still one of the 5 best basketball players roaming the earth right
but
now.
the problem is that guy might be not alive.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think if he
He may
not
not be
alive
there.
is crazy.
Not alive.
Not alive is insane.
More alive than Embiid
If
died.
it is the story of Embiid where he's 30 games and we don't see him the rest of the season, yeah, they're the 12.
And even if he is healthy, it's the kind of thing where you got to low manage, bro.
You do.
I mean, yeah, but even a
I
low
think
man,
no troll. I think if
still win
they
a bunch
can
of
load
games.
manage him for, I think this is a high end outcome.
Man, he
I think
gotta
if they
play half a season, dude.
No, I'm saying if they load manage him for 55 games, 55 out of 82, they make the playoffs.
Because they be winning at like a damn near 61.
Like I think they make the playoffs. If he plays 55 games this season, the 76ers are a top.
Yeah,
seed.
I mean,
they make 55.
If he plays 55.
Oh, okay, but
If
I
he
don't,
play-
think he plays 55.
if he plays
the
55
giant thing
games,
with
I don't
the
think he plays
Sixers
55.
is when you look at some of their marginal move, I think that Justin Edwards signing last year as an undrafted free agent, and then the re-signing on the contract they got, amazing, right? Very good value. He was a very good player for them. He was one of the bright spots of the team last year. I think the Grimes acquisition at the deadline was also a really good acquisition. He was a really good player. Obviously, the Jared McCain pick at 16, also a really good player. Even the Yabusele pickup, really good player. When you look at how they managed half of those players, and then you look at how they managed the high end portion of the team, it just doesn't make sense. Like you didn't pay Harden because you didn't believe that he was worth that contract. And then you turn around the next offseason and sign Paul
A
George to
worse
a
player.
4-year max contract. And the thing is there, right? Because you can make the argument, oh well, they were bidding against someone else. Well, I mean, if because I want to say the other team in contention was the Warriors at that time.
Yeah.
Dog, if they want him that bad to give him a max,
Dang.
let him have him and
I was
have
gonna
that
say,
max slot open.
I think it would be better than
That's money.
Just sign no one than to sign Paul.
You have a full max
Just keep
slot
signing
worth of
all.
money. Just start signing role players. Unironically, if they would have went into that offseason and instead of signing Paul George, re-signed Tobias Harris, and then sign like
You could
another high-end role
you
player,
could have paid Quentin Grimes, and you still
like you would just have a really stacked
I'm gonna be honest.
team.
I think this is realistic to say you were going to end up with a third overall pick regardless.
Yeah, I mean,
Paul
yeah,
George would not make
with Embiid's
yeah,
health, yeah,
so-
I
yes.
mean, that's the problem. There's kind of nothing you can really do because the player
Now
you're
you-
building your franchise around is.
I mean,
probably
they
not gonna
fried
be there.
themselves.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're
I
fried.
mean, and
This
then
team
and,
is
and
fried.
Embiid's fried. So 3-13, you said.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
probably
think
more
Man,
right.
heck
in,
4 to
no.
in the
14.
slightest
I got
chance
these
Joel
dudes.
Embiid is healthy. In the slightest chance.
Yeah.
Man, 10 to 15 for me.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm where you are. I'm
3
3
to
to
13.
13.
Yeah. Okay. So now for the saddest band for band.
No, they're not saying
No, no,
of
no,
those
no.
two teams. They're
Oh,
not.
hold up. Put some respect.
That's a triple band for
Put some
band.
respect on the summer league champion Charlotte Hornets.
You know what? That's
Put some
great.
respect on them, dog. Come on,
Hey, man,
bro.
shout out Demon
Con
Con, man.
Knipple.
Shout out Demon Con,
Brandon.
man. Duke
That's
legend.
where it stops.
He,
Nah, man.
he tried to say Con Knipple. What's that mean? Bro, trying to gas it up.
Hey,
I like
respect
Con.
Demon Con.
I like
Hold on,
Demon
gang.
Con, bro.
Like,
Demon
Watch out,
Con.
watch out, bro. Watch
Bro,
out,
if
man.
Con is your best, okay.
Like, he ain't they best, like, bro, but Demon Con Knipple, bro.
Hey,
Respect.
man, we
Ryan
talked about how
Kalkbrenner.
sometimes you got to take base hits, bro.
I'm
That's a
about to
base
say,
hit. That's a
You know,
double.
no, you know what? That's a check down. I agree. And
That's a
you know
double.
what? For a team that's been striking out for the better part of a decade,
Now I'm in scoring
take the
position.
check down. Take the
I'll
check
say,
down.
I mean, they could have
we
drafted
was
Saloon
laughing,
again.
man. I said they got Saloon a year ago, so
Man, oh my God. I gotta, I ain't gonna lie, man.
horrendous pick.
I gotta speak
believe,
on that.
I don't believe in the name test, but the moment I heard the words Tadachi Saloon, I was like,
Yeah,
this
like
can't be a good.
I ain't gonna lie. I want the ISO on that because I just from a
real quick, can we intro the
yeah.
team?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
intro the Hornets, yeah.
They went 19-63 last
Mhm.
year. This year drafted Concanipple at 4.
Shout out
Also
Demon
picked up
Con, man.
Ryan Kalkbrenner at the top of the second round, who I think is a really good pick for them.
Indeed.
Lost Mark Williams, lost Yusuf Nurkic,
Man, lost Mark
cut Nick Smith, which was a pretty big shocker to me. honestly.
No, not Nick Smith.
Not Nick Smith, and Josh Okogie as well, new Rockets legend. Josh Okogie re-signed Trey Mann, brought in Pat Connaughton, Spencer Dinwiddie, who the rest of the NBA world found out yesterday. Mason Plumlee, and traded for Colin
Which
Sexton.
is
forgot
really
they
crazy.
traded
I'll
for
say
Colin
they got Sexton
Really
for
solid
a-
move.
a
Really solid move.
good
Yeah.
price. It was like Nurkic, and they got a second to take him on, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't, bro. Utah, what are you doing?
Yeah, I just
Shoot
like
about the dead.
I want to harp on this pick last
go ahead.
season
yeah.
because I mean, just
brother.
fundamentally, it just makes no sense from an organizational standpoint, right? I think going into last season, obviously, I think they already had the concerns of Mark Williams, as you can see with the deadline stuff. I don't think that was just, oh, the Lakers are giving us a good offer, I'll take it. Like they've been having questions about him. Obviously, when you're a guy of that size at that age with back problems, you have to have concerns, right? Cool. LaMelo himself also has injury history, also has injury concerns. You had two different options at 6.
Yeah,
Two
you did.
different. You could have took Matas or Klingon.
Oh my
You
god.
coulda
Can you
took
imagine
either one of
Clinton
them.
next to Mello?
You chose neither, and you took. Mind you. This is the Charlotte Hornets. I don't want to like make Charlotte Hornets fans spiral into depression.
Nah, it's bad, bro.
So we won't speak on the Hornets draft history, right? We won't go into the weeds on that, right? But it's bad. Like we can just be honest.
Yeah, it's rough.
Everything
I'm not
everything
gonna
in
lie.
between 2020 and 2023 is bad, right? For a
I
team
mean,
like that,
you could argue.
take your base hit.
They could have drafted anybody from like 7 to I'm gonna say 12, and it would have been a better pick.
Nah, I ain't like Cody Williams also would have been nasty.
There is a
I'd rather have that.
Oh,
than
I just
Saloon.
I said this video. There's a video of T. John Saloon that just popped up on my timeline today of him taking a curl as a prospect, and it hit the top of the backboard.
Oh,
top of the
yikes.
back.
And the first comment, and I'm not trolling, y'all can see this says, "Looks like a future Charlotte Hornet."
Oh man.
I will say, in terms of positive prospects, LaMelo Ball just can't get on the court.
Yeah.
which sucks because I think he's really good.
Very
He just
talented.
cannot
Can I
play
read the
games.
numbers for you real
talented.
quick?
Yeah.
Closest games
Getting
played.
36, 22, and
Lord have
47.
mercy.
Oh
Some
my
games played in the last
god,
couple of
Lord
really?
have
Yes.
mercy.
That's it?
And that's also once again is
That's
a member of Availability FC. I'm gonna coin that. I'm Availability FC
Availability.
because that's why I didn't like. That's why I don't like Zion. That's why I don't like.
Oh,
Joel
that's another
Embiid.
player that should be traded.
I would
Man.
say LaMelo Ball
He
is like
gots to go,
the
bro.
starting point guard of Availability FC because he don't play. Bro don't play. And I'm a Ball in the family fan. I love the Ball family. But dude, you have played 36,
That's not
22,
even a full
and
season.
47 games. Yeah, it probably should be
I go,
added
that's
up.
barely a
And
full.
then I think their second best prospect
Come
is
on, bro.
Brandon Miller.
Oh,
Uh, and it's just, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Can we? Can I read this
And
out?
all
On and
speculous.
off court.
I just want to haunt some Hornets fans real quick.
Oh
In
my God.
2018, at pick 11, you know who the Charlotte Hornets drafted?
2018.
You said 11? Was that Miles Bridges?
They traded for Miles Bridges. Do you know who the Charlotte?
Oh no, who
Hornets
did they draft at 11?
I don't know.
Who did they draft?
Reigning league MVP Shea.
Oh, it was
Gilgeous-
SGA.
Oh my draft
It was SGA. I thought he got picked at 12.
Clippers.
completing the Kobe.
Oh,
Bryant
wait,
prophecy
so-
of getting drafted by the Hornets and traded. To
Wait,
the
so he was
Rockets.
Bridges was picked 12 then.
Yep. Bridges
Oh
That's
man.
right.
I would just like
God.
since drafting and trading SGA for Miles Bridges, this has been their draft history. PJ Washington, good player,
Good
no
pick,
longer
but
with the
they-
team.
But Angela, they traded him.
No longer with the team. LaMelo Ball, Vernon
Good pick,
Carey,
injury
Grant
prone.
Ryler, James Booknight, no longer in the team.
Lord
I
help
like
us.
the pre-draft. I hate to say that, but I
Yeah.
He's not even in the league anymore.
he's not. he got
Scotty-
like 3
funny enough-
DUIs his rookie year. And
Yes.
left the league.
Scotty Lewis was their top of the second round. For my YouTube basketball fans, Scotty Lewis is playing one-on-ones for Ball His Life right now. Drafted Jalen Duren at pick 13.
And traded
They traded
him.
him.
I remember
And
that.
traded him.
This blew
Traded
my
him.
mind. I have no idea
I
why.
like
Oh.
they just kept both of them.
Traded him.
Yes.
Drafted Mark Williams. I
Who also
agree.
can't play games.
We're gonna play games. I would have just kept both of them. You would have
Yeah.
had a nasty center rotation. Following year 2023, drafted Brandon Miller.
Good pick. Base hit.
Yeah, basically. I think
Nick,
Brandon Miller's
Nick
That's a
Smith
double.
Jr.
Should drafted him in though.
Nick Smith Jr. who you just cut. Kobe Jones, who's no longer with the team. Muhammad Gay, who's no longer with the team. Amari Bailey, who got cut the
I
following year.
mean, man, I ain't gonna forget the Montas pick, dude. There's no way you don't take Klingon, bro. Like, I'm sorry. You could have took
He was
Klingon.
perfect for.
You could have took
that's-
Khalil Ware, bro.
that's not
and
hindsight.
You knew you needed a
I'll say
center.
that's
You knew
not
you were
hindsight.
going to trade Mark
on
Williams.
home.
Everyone on their
Would have been a
team.
better pick. No,
Yeah.
bro. If they would have took Zach Edey,
Dude,
Yes,
everyone,
yeah,
I
he
mean,
was there.
literally any of the center prospects.
That's what I was saying.
Any of
bro.
the center prospects, man.
Pretty much any pick but the one they
No joke.
made would have been a
Do you
better
remember
pick.
who they were rumored to take at 6? And it was funny when the trade ended up happening. That didn't end up happening.
Yeah.
Remember, they were going to take Don Connect at 6.
They were.
That was the biggest rumor.
Oh yeah.
That would have been
That
such
was
a.
the
That
big
would have been.
one.
Oh my
That
god.
would've
It
been
was
fine
it was
either.
connected.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was
Would've been
like,
a better pick than what they did.
cool.
I mean,
They took
anything
Sue.
would have been a better pick than what they did, dude. And I don't know, man. Like, I just for me personally, team building wise, I think if I'm questioning whether my franchise center is going to be here long term because of his injury concerns,
Maybe I should.
if
draft.
there's
Draft
a
a center?
guy who's a very high floor player, who is a damn near cannot miss prospect, not even damn, he's can't miss, bro. The only thing that is going to stop Donovan Clingan from being a perennial all-star level impact is
Yeah.
injuries.
Yeah.
In terms of what he does on a basketball court, this is a guy who, in his peak, is going to walk into being a walking top 15 defense.
Okay.
For a team like the Hornets, dude, you just gotta take a base hit, man. You
You do.
have to.
Which is why I like the con draft pick.
Yeah, I do, but I mean, imagine if they would have drafted Clingan this year and Khan this year.
Oh my god, that'd be
How
so-
much
that'd be
better
so
off would
good.
they be?
Okay, the only reason I'm not putting their range at 15 is because of this next team.
Oh
Oh.
man.
You want
Can,
the ISO?
can I get
Yeah,
a
you
quick
got
little ISO?
You got it.
Wizards fans, your core sucks.
Well, all right, let's
agree
do
with
let's do the range on the Hornets
don't
real
agree
quick, and then we
with
can
that.
talk about
They're
the
cool.
I
score.
said, Hornets is
It stinks.
13
12 to 14, or 13.
It's going to be
13 to 15.
in whatever order. It's going to be Nets, Hornets, Wizards at 13.
Oh man, that's gonna be a great band for man.
mean,
yeah.
One of these
It's
teams
dead for
gotta
dead.
be
Dead
all
for
time
dead.
bad,
Dead
bro.
for
I
dead.
was gonna say
Yeah, for
in
that.
the 2% hypothetical where
Somebody gotta
Melo's
be
the
all
self
time
pick,
bad,
but
bro.
10 seed.
Okay. All right.
That's not gonna
Wizards.
happen.
Right.
The Wizards suck, and their core is
I don't agree with
absolutely
that sentence.
atrocious. Their best young player in their core is the guy they just drafted.
Yeah, I don't
Trey
agree with that at
Johnson.
all.
Who
Actually,
actually no, Alex Sarr is still their best.
yeah, I'll say
Yeah, he.
He'll
off the-
he'll be solid.
I'll respond.
Trey Johnson is. I like Trey Johnson. I had 3 on my board. Them getting him at 6, I think, was a heck of
One of the
a
best picks in the
steal
draft.
value wise.
Great
I
pick.
think that was the best pick there. The issue with drafting Trey Johnson is when you look at the rest of your core, you know what they all are?
Guards.
Bad guards.
Yep.
Okay,
Bub Carrington, for better or for worse,
not a bad guard.
he's not a bad guard.
He can get to the rim.
He's pretty average. I'm gonna keep it.
I mean,
fact.
but he's-
shout out to Miles who loves him, but he's pretty average. You know who they have next to him? AJ Johnson. You know what
I
AJ
mean, yeah, he
Johnson is?
sucks. He sucks.
AJ Johnson's bad. Do you know who's next to him? Cam Whitmore.
He also
You know what Cam Whitmore is? Like they have a core of guys
Hey,
that are
man,
just
shout out
like
Demon Koulibaly, man.
you. And no funny, like Kaishan George is like one of their high upside guys.
It's a good.
He's actually pretty
It's a
good.
good young player.
Serious question: how many of them dudes in the top 100 players?
I think Keyshawn George could
2?
be like
3?
lowest of low ends one.
I'll say 2.
He's
I
an
think they
NBA
have.
he's
I
an
think they have
NBA
at least
and
2.
They got like 2 at best.
I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
they got
And
2
I
at
was
best.
gonna
Okay,
say
what about top 50?
Oh, they'd be lucky
probably
to have
still
him.
2.
They'd be lucky. Trey Johnson. I love Trey Johnson. I don't think he's top 50.
I think he could.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
I
but
mean, so
Actually, no, I'll take that back. Trey Johnson will be a top.
Also,
50.
I,
think Trey
I'm not
Johnson
gonna
will be
lie
top
about
50. I
Alex
think about
Sarr.
top
We
50.
kind of just went, oh yeah, he's gonna be good and move past it.
And ignored how garbage.
I'm
he
not
was
gonna
for
lie,
the
bro. I'm a little concerned about Alex.
I mean,
Sarr.
His offense looks kind of.
he's
his
a- okay,
offense
but,
is a little.
to defend Sarr though, he is one. He did. I mean, and mind you, his game is not necessarily guard
Dependent.
guard
No,
dependent.
it's not guard friendly.
Yeah,
That's
guard. That's the
yeah.
word I was looking for. His game is because he doesn't really screen, doesn't really roll to the
Like,
basket.
what was he
But
shooting on
he
layups?
doesn't have a guard,
You
right?
wanna know?
That's something. His starting point guard was Bub Carrington, who I disagree with DeAndre. I actually am. I don't think Bub Carrington's going to become an all-star or anything like that, but I think he's an NBA player.
Yeah, he a good player.
Yes, and then so that's your guard. But on top of that, like we know bigs. What would you say? Us like the development curve for bigs is a bit more strenuous than for other positions. I believe Alex Sarr can still be because he has good touch. He's a good shooter. Is a shooter. He's showing.
I was about to say, I don't know. Yeah, not touch at the basket.
that he can-
Okay, you know what? You know what? I'll give you shooting indicators. I gotta talk about it, bro. He's really bad finishing at the rim.
He shot
Yeah, he is.
45% on layups at the rim in the half court.
As
Last
a
I'm not giving-
7-footer, bro.
Lord
I'm not
help
giving up on
us.
Alex Sarr.
Like this is my
Father
issue.
help
I'd be
us.
with you. I do think like pre-draft, I said his shooting's gonna be a work in progress, but I do think he had good shooting touch as like as a 3-point shooter.
That might be his
I did
best
think he
offensive
was-
skill.
he
Funny
was-
enough.
I think he's a really good defender.
Yeah, that's something we talk about. I
But
think he's good.
man, dude, if you can't finish inside the
He
paint,
can't do anything a 7-footer is supposed to do. He
doesn't
can't
have
do a
he doesn't
single
have
thing.
big skills, and I'm not saying that those are easy to develop because they're not.
They're not at all.
But I'm going to be patient with him. I think that.
Oh,
that's,
man, we
that's
talking
do
about-
you know?
we
do you
talking
know
about
what
Jaren
percent-
Jackson
No, no,
III.
hold on,
Oh my
hold on.
God.
No, it's not even just at the rim. Do you know what percent of his field goal attempts he took from 0 to 3 feet?
I probably wasn't that much. He thinks he's Christian
It
Wood.
was like 20%. I want to say,
Yeah.
right? 24.
17%.
Yeah,
Oh,
he thinks
this
he's
is
Christian.
Jaren Jackson
just-
III.
Yeah, and he took
No way.
30% of his shots from 3 to 10. Do you know what he shot from 3 to 10 feet?
It was
Oh, it had to be
bad.
like 30.
I don't know, man.
36.
I am a
He
believer.
almost shot better at
Bro,
than
but
at the rim. I ain't gonna lie.
he's terrible at layups, right? He's
Man, give us some time.
like even a little bit outside the restricted area, he's not good. He doesn't get to the restricted area.
I'm with you. Koulibaly stinks. I'm with you on that one, Dre.
Yeah, but that's my thing is they have an entire core of like ideas.
Yeah, that's
Like,
my
I
point.
think-
I'm gonna be real.
I think the
for,
one
for
thing
me,
I
the
believe
only
in
guys,
Trey Johnson is 20 a night. That's
the
one thing I
only
believe.
guy I care about, or guys I care about, is Sarr, Trey Johnson, Bub Carrington, Keyshawn George, and the idea of Cam Whitmore.
How many of those
Everybody
guys?
else I don't
I'm gonna
care
be
about.
honest with you.
Gun
though,
to your
like,
head. How many of those guys are a top 50 player in the NBA?
Well, what was
you
the
saying
name?
top
I think-
50, like,
think
top,
Trey
like,
Johnson
100,
and Sarr
like,
could
top
be.
75,
You think
dude.
Trey
Like,
Johnson?
I believe
think
in
Trey Johnson and
Okay,
Sarr could
the
be.
I believe
problem
in Trey
is
and Sarr defensively. Alex Sarr's offense terrifies me. It genuinely
it
does.
actually
'Cause
scares me.
I'm gonna
The
give him
issue
some
I
time.
had, I saw this in person at Summer League when he played
Yeah,
the Hawks, dude.
I just remember
Genuinely.
some of the Rockets game where he took
Like
that
there was the Rockets game too in back-to-back games after hearing the criticism about him. Because remember, the reason he did not want to be the #1 overall pick and go to Atlanta
play
is
center.
they were going to ask him to play center.
doesn't wanna
And
play
he
center.
said, "No, I don't want to be that." Do you know what he's gonna have to do in the NBA?
play center.
Play
He's
center.
gonna have to play center, and he doesn't want to do any of the things centers are asked to do offensively. I think defensively, his movement skills, he's got decent instincts. He's a really rangy guy. That'll carry over. He will be
Yeah,
a
yeah, he'll be a
quality
good
defender.
defender.
He will give you a certain defensive floor. Man, offensively,
Man,
I
we
I
gonna-
struggle to
man,
see it. He doesn't
Pro
have the
FC.
guys around him that make his. Bub Carrington's a good PNR player. He's not the type of PNR player that makes his bigs better, and that's not fair to ask of a second-year guard either. It's not fair to ask Bub Carrington to be that right now. He
It's
can
not.
develop into one, but it's not fair to say I need you to be that right now. It's not fair to ask Trey Johnson.
Yeah, they don't have
Learn how to run
enough
PNR for
force
this
him
guy
to run
right
a pick
now.
and roll.
Yeah.
It's just not. And I'm be honest, the dudes they brought, like CJ McCollum, can do it. CJ McCollum don't want to be there.
Okay, but
Chris Middleton
that's,
don't want to be
that's
there.
what I was
dude.
gonna say because I think I'm probably the person who's the highest on the Wizards' future of
Cool.
this panel.
I think so.
I think one thing I do love about their offseason is they brought Chris Middleton last season. They brought in CJ McCollum this season. They have quality, like these are probably two of the highest quality vets you can ask for, right? Chris
Yeah.
Middleton's a champion. CJ McCollum was the former president of the NBA Player Association. He's
Oh,
won at all
thank
sorts of
God he's
levels.
gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank God.
Right.
Shout
But
out
like
Fred.
Shout out.
these are two quality vets around your young guys. CJ McCollum's already on media talking about how he's getting in Trey Johnson's ear about how to take care of his body, what to do in his off days, how to like stay sane throughout the course of an NBA season. And as Rockets fans, when we started our rebuild, didn't have one of these guys, right? They have two of them.
Yeah, but like, how many of them dudes are? How many young guys can throw a pocket pass?
I mean, but it's also not a finished team. They're going to draft high.
Let me ask you.
That's kind of the point of their young core.
yeah.
Like,
they're
you don't-
supposed. They're going to draft
no,
high.
obviously
again.
they're
gonna
still
add
in,
another
like,
young
they're
player.
still in like tank
Yeah.
some more and tank some more. But like, at what point
I mean, they've
do
been
one of these
bad for a
top
while, though,
whatever
I ain't gonna lie.
picks
Problem.
have to hit and be a floor raiser?
I'm not gonna lie. If they
Like, at
No,
what
that's what I was
point?
gonna get to.
if they get a top 3 pick this year and take one of like Cam Boozer or AJ DeBosta, are you not looking at this team and saying solid group of guys?
No, I'm looking at
No,
it
not
different
with
thing.
that
They
core.
just added AJ DeBonsta.
Yeah, I
Not
don't-
not that the group.
I'll look at the last
one
3
guy does
years
not
with the
make the
draft
rest
picks
of
and
the
say
team.
that.
I
Yeah.
I mean, no, it
I-
pushes them down, right? Because now Trey Johnson is no longer your best.
No,
I
but
like
that's the
Trey
thing.
Johnson.
So this thing, Trey Johnson is not going to be dependent on everybody else. None of these guys are. You adding AJ DeBonsa doesn't make Bilal Coulibaly suck.
I mean, no, he's
he
not.
just
I
still
don't care
sucks.
about
That's the
Bullock
thing.
College.
Like Keyshawn George, I think will be like
He's a rotation
decent,
player,
but
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like he's a rotation.
That's the problem, though, bro. You have
It-
rotation.
that's
players.
what I'm-
Yeah, but that's why you draft high.
Oh,
to
serious
bring in your
question.
star
Serious
talent.
question, because he was on their team a couple. I don't know if he's still on the roster or not. Will Keyshawn George be better than Julian Champagnie?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
I'm
gang.
not
I
confident.
like
I'm
doing
like,
Champagne sneak
like,
actually a good
That's what
player.
I'm
I ain't
saying.
gonna
Like,
lie.
Yeah.
dudes
I think
like
Keyshawn
that,
George
like,
is gonna be a good NBA player.
No,
okay,
I mean-
even better question. How many of them dudes get a second contract with the Wizards?
I'm telling.
Two.
No. Keyshawn George is gonna be here for the long
Well,
haul.
I'll say
and Buck
Keyshawn, yeah.
Carrington is too. I'm telling you, it is their
I
four
just don't think they're
of Trey Johnson, Alex Sarr,
Oh,
Bub
man.
Carrington, and Keyshawn George, and then once again the idea of Cam Whitmore. I don't
This is
believe
the
in him,
thing,
but the
though.
idea.
If let's say you add Cam Boozer to that, right?
Yeah.
You can't stop at Cam Boozer. You have to be
Yeah,
bad.
you gotta
again.
be a bad
I
again.
mean,
yeah.
that's cool.
But again, if
I
I
ain't
have
gonna lie,
to be
they
bad
going to,
again,
like, year
if I have to
They-
be bad again
they-
after
okay,
drafting
no,
at pick 2 and then adding Cam
No,
Boozer and
bro,
Trey
bro,
Johnson,
here-
you're telling me the rest of my course sucks.
Here's
dude?
the issue.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. What you're saying, right? Is they only drafted Alex Hart last season. That is their first top pick.
King, no.
No, they've been bad for
They've been
years,
bad
gang.
for-
No. They traded Bradley Bill in 2023 and in 2024 drafted I. They were I want to say they got new management, right? New either new front
I ain't
office or
gonna
new
lie,
ownership.
man.
But there was a clear shift the moment they traded Bradley
Coulibaly
Bill.
was like what,
Under-
6?
Under this
They
new
drafted with this is the problem I had with that. One, they drafted Johnny Davis, and Johnny Davis was
that was the
the
That was
old
10.
regime. That
but
was
he
the
was
old
still,
regime.
He was still the 10th
That
overall
was
pick. They
2020.
picking, no,
Bradley Bill was on the roster.
they were picking in the lottery though.
But I ain't gonna lie.
They were a lottery team.
Me personally, I don't care about anything that happened while Bradley Bill's on the roster. Once Bradley Bill is gone, I think they have done what you're supposed to do. They are now
No,
on
my-
the.
They've
my
missed on
pushback-
draft picks.
No, but I'm saying my.
You
push-
can't say what.
No, they had not in this new. Unless you're telling me Alex Sarr's a miss.
I'm not gonna say he's a miss.
I don't-
yet.
I-
He's
I-
too early
I don't
to
think
say
Alex
he's
Sarr
a
is
miss.
a miss.
post
Yeah, no, but
Bradley
this is
Beal.
the thing,
I
right?
mean, no, he was the same season they got
You
Bradley
can get off the whole like new regime thing. I will counter by saying this.
Wasn't Coulibaly also a late pick too?
Cool.
No, he was a lottery pick.
Yeah, he was like a
Oh.
top.
But
He was like a
funny
top
enough,
7
they
pick.
traded away a pick to get Coulibaly. That's what makes
Yeah.
it even worse. I will say this about their new regime and everything
He
that
was-
goes along
yeah,
with it.
you're right.
The reason they're in the new regime, and regardless of how you feel about the guy, they traded away a guy who would be their best player right now and best prospect, Denny Avdia, and they traded him
He would be.
for what they get in return. I believe they got Bub Carrington back. I believe that was the
Yeah.
return. Is they
I
got
think-
Bub Carrington. Like Denny Avdia would spearhead. And to be quite
Man,
frank,
he's not.
no. I would love their rebuild if they still let Denny
I
Avdia.
don't-
Denny
I
Avdia.
don't think I would love it, but it would be a lot better.
It'd be so. If you told me, if you told me they had Denny Avdia, Trey Johnson, and Alex Sarr, and the prospect of adding another top 5 pick
now
next year,
Sarr's your
I
top
would
five.
look at
I'm
it
just
a
gonna be
lot
so honest.
differently.
I'm just gonna be so
I
honest.
would.
They've spent 5 firsts, right, over 2 years, compared to our rebuild.
Our first 5 firsts, we drafted an all-star, 2 good rotation players in Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr.
You're forgetting
Jalen
we
Green.
drafted Josh Christopher, Usman Garuba,
No.
Ty Washington.
Okay, in our first 2 years. It was
yeah,
our
those
first-
were guys drafted.
Those
in
are guys that we missed, but
We
we
had
still had
7 first
I'm
round
saying,
picks and
bro,
hit on like
look at
4
one
of them,
player on the
though.
roster and tell me with a straight face you think they have all-star potential.
I think
Don't
Trey
troll.
Johnson
Do you
might.
think Alex
that's
Sarr is
it.
an all-star in the next 4 years?
He's too raw for me to say that right now. So no. But I don't know how.
That's the
Yeah.
problem,
I haven't
man.
I
Because
haven't
this
given,
thing, if
I haven't
if
given up on Alex
because
Carr
this
yet.
no, I'm not saying I'm giving up on him, but if I don't feel confident to say you're an all-star in the next 4 years, gang, I gotta negotiate a contract with you next summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
next summer,
he's
I
also
gotta.
just going into year 2.
No, but that's
Like,
what I'm saying,
we can have
dude.
these combos at the end of the season.
Dude, but that's
Fair
kind of
enough.
my
I guess if
that
you're more wait and see, I'm just
man.
like
I'm gonna be.
I'm just from a prospect perspective, I don't like the high end outcomes of this talent pool.
I
That
don't.
they
I
have
don't
right
think
now.
any of these dudes commands anything close to a rookie max contract. And if I don't feel like Shingun didn't get one, I was confident giving him one. Amen Thompson's
Probably
probably
should have
going
got
to
one.
get a rookie max. You ask the Wizards, not the Wizards. You ask the Magic if they had any question about whether Paolo and Franz
Paulo.
were getting rookie maxes. I don't
Even
think the
Suggs.
Wizards front office at any point in this season, barring Alex Sarr
Even Scotty
taking a leap,
Barnes.
Scotty Barnes, like all those guys, I don't think they are confident that they have one dude saying that guy's getting a rookie max. I think they have a bunch of dudes saying like, "We will talk to your agent when it's time for you to get an extension."
And I feel like that's indicative of them having lower
Of them,
and that's
sucking.
kind of a problem.
Like that means your core sucks, dude.
I don't-
That's what it means, bro. And
I-
Wizards fans can get mad.
Wizards fans, I like your team.
He
man.
he defending y'all, Brand.
I
Shout,
like y'all
shout out
too.
to Will. Will a good dude,
I
bro.
like
But like your team stink, respectfully.
Yeah.
Your team stink, bro.
Y'all,
Ranges-
y'all are gonna draft high in this year. And it's gonna be all
Ranges
good.
13 to 15,
Yeah.
I don't even
Nah,
think they
14
finished
to
13.
14 to 15.
Nothing that-
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They,
All right.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, that is the podcast. That is the podcast. Appreciate you guys stopping by once again. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. All of our links will be down below in the description. And we will see you guys next time. Right Read Podcast out.